in light of what was going on with the NBA and several other NFL clubs today not practicing, were you conflicted at all about practicing, or what were your thoughts? And have you had a chance to talk any of that through with your teammates at this point?
Yeah, practicing today was obviously a team decision. We are not shedding a blind eye to the things that are occurring in this world today. Many situations are difficult to talk about, but they do need to be talked about. And that's an ongoing conversation between our teammates and our staff to try to figure out how to make a difference in this world today.
Did y'all consider not practicing? Did that come up either last night or this morning?
That's not a question that I can answer. I know when I got here this morning, it was time for practice, so we went out and practiced.
What do you hope to resolve when you guys meet as a team here coming up soon before meeting?
We need to talk about a way to make a stand and make a change and to shed light on what's right and what's wrong and what's going on in this world today. So these are conversations that are being had in the offices, in the locker room, between staff, between players, and we're going to figure out a way to put our best foot forward and address the situations that are going on toe to toe.
What did you think of what the NBA did yesterday by not playing in the playoff game?
I think that was an awesome decision. I think that was a decision that the players and everybody involved felt. They felt it was right. I stand by them on a decision that they made. Obviously, it's more than sports. So the decision that they made to not play definitely has my respect.
What about teams in the NFL? I know the Jets and the Redskins, the Cardinals, the Colts. They didn't practice today. The Lions didn't practice on Tuesday. Any thoughts on those teams and what they're doing?
Yeah, I stand by their decision as well. These situations hit everybody differently, and everybody will be able to address these situations and face them toe to toe when they're ready, and however they would decide to do that. I know. Well, we're still having conversations, and we haven't exactly decided what we're going to do, but I know we're working on it, and we know this is a very serious situation that's going on today.
Darian, what did Joe say to the team after practice? What was his message, and how did it resonate with you and your teammates?
Joe is obviously a great teammate and a great guy. He was explaining to us and talking to us just about loving each other, how it starts with looking in the mirror first. Change yourself before you can change anybody else, and just explain how he had everybody's back, and that's the way we feel around here.
Darian, what's most disturbing to you when it comes to what's going on in the country from a racial injustice standpoint, and have you thought about the conversations that one day you'll have to have with your own children about the issue of race in America?
Yeah, my children that's my biggest concern. There's a whole lot going on. There's a whole lot of wrong. There's a whole lot of right as well. We see these challenges every day, and having young kids that are growing up that are oblivious to the situation, trying to explain to them, trying to teach them, try to show them the way to go and the way the world works. And hopefully when I'm teaching and showing, the world will be a better place.
How old are your children?
4 and 2.
How frustrating is this when you see these things as an African?
Say that one more time.
How frustrating is to see things like this as an African American man?
It's extremely frustrating. Extremely frustrating. Sometimes you don't know when you're safe, and that's just something that we're dealing with in day-to-day life, and something that we're going to have to continue to deal with if we don't make a change.
Darian, you mentioned your kids are 4 and 2. That's pretty young, but 4 is a little bit older. Is that a conversation you had with them over the summer, whether in light of George Floyd or now or in between?
I haven't had that conversation yet, but I will in the near future.
How's Mike McCarthy been during these discussions, starting in the off season when it first came up back in April or whenever that was?
Yeah, he doesn't take these situations lightly at all. He explained to us plenty of times on how he will listen and how he wants to learn and how he will have our back. And he's always made that clear, and he loves the team. He loves the guys we're around. And he loves everybody. So he's been very beneficial in this situation and very understanding.
How much of a likelihood is there that you all will not practice, whether tomorrow or any other day going forward?
I can't give you an answer to that question now. Like I said, it's an ongoing conversation with the team, and we'll see what happens.
Seems as if you've been doing some work with the ones. Just your thoughts on how you've been practicing the last 2 weeks.
I feel like I've been doing an all right job, and there's always things that I can work on. Feels good getting out there, actually getting on the practice field with no off season and things of that sort. So just continuing to work every day to better my craft, and we'll see what happens, how the cards lay when it's time to go.
How would you characterize the competition at safety here in camp?
Great competition. We have a room full of ball players, a room full of guys that take this job very serious, and it's exciting.
The Earl Thomas talk, does that bother you guys?
No, it doesn't bother me because that's nothing I can control. I'm here. I'm doing my job and doing the best I can every day to get better. What goes on outside of here is really not my concern.
Can you talk about your journey? You were the starter for the Giants, and then you haven't been a starter. Now you have a chance to at least compete for a starting job.
Yeah, it's been a rough journey. It's been a long journey. This is year 5. Like you said, I played for the Giants, started for the Giants, went through some injuries, a couple team changes. Just kept my faith in God, stay strong with the Word, and continue to work. So, like I said, that's what I'm doing now. I can't tell you what the future will hold, but I can tell you that day in and day out, I'll do the best I can.
You had a few starts last season, stepping in. What did you take from that experience, and how did you work to build off of that in terms of what you were focusing on this offseason?
Yeah, like you said, experience. Experience is huge. Just being able to get out there and get some rest with those guys in a game-like situation, it has been awesome. Continue to look at the film, continue to critique myself, be my hardest critic, and find any way possible to get better.
Would you say that the speed of 11 on 11 is about the same as any other camp, or do you think it's maybe ramped up a little bit because of no preseason games?
I think once you get in a practice environment, the speed in 11 on 11 is always pretty high, just because of how competitive guys are and how bad they want to play. So no off season, it may have played a role in it, in our speed, but I think the guys that are in the locker room are just hungry and love football. So regardless, our speed when we go to 11 on 11 will be high.
Darian, the secondary had a disruptive day today in team drills. What was working for y'all?
We just came out today with a great mindset, that we're going to get better, and I think everybody did so.
Would it be fair to say that the defense has had the upper hand so far in camp?
I think we go back and forth, but the defense we take winning very, very, very serious. We take going out there and dominating very, very, very serious. And as long as everybody, all 11, are doing their job and in the right spots, we usually have a good day.
What have your impressions been of Trayvon Diggs so far?
He's an awesome player. Great corner, great coverage, great hands, speed, footwork, just learning the game. So we're excited to have him, a great man, and as well as a great player.
Darian, what did you learn yesterday in the session on voting rights education?
I learned how important it was, especially for the younger group of people, to get out and have their voice heard and go ahead and cast that vote.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.